Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack. Welcome to the top 10 best 2018 Halloween terror skins. Today what we're going to be doing is looking at all the skins that just dropped for the recent event and ranking them from 1 through 10.
Oh my god, Bro You Whack, there's only 9. You're so dumb and you won't ever get laid.
Alright, chill. Whoever said that, yes, you're correct. Unfortunately for both of those things. Yes, I am aware that this event technically came with 9 new skins, but the SOMBRA Demon Hunter skin is included with the What's New tab, and that makes it 10 new skins. So to make my OCD less irritated, I'm gonna make this a top 10 list by including the SOMBRA Demon Hunter skin. But to make sure that more people don't roast me in the comments, I'm gonna put the SOMBRA Demon Hunter skin at number 10. Why? Again, the title wanted to make it a top 10 and not a top 9, but I don't want to make people angry. You understand why I'm putting it at number 10. It's not a number 10 skin because it looks fantastic, but also it's not too far away from Halloween, so, man, I don't care. I'm including it on this list. Literally just for the title and thumbnail. But now let's move on to the actual Halloween skins that came with this event. And my boys, I said it before and I'm gonna say it again, this is one of the best events as terms of the skins. There's not a single bad skin on this list, and this was the hardest list to do because like I said before, there's not a bad skin, so to rank these you really have to put the skins at the bottom because they're not as great as some of the skins at the top of the list. So just because you see a skin at number 9 or at number 7 whatnot doesn't mean it's a bad skin. It just gets overshadowed by all these other fantastic skins. Guarantee you if some of these skins would have been brought with other not so fantastic skins, they would be at number 1 because they are that good. Pretty much all of these skins could be at number 1, but unfortunately there can only be one number 1, which is why it's at number 1. Let's get on with the list. This is gonna be a long video, y'all. But to ensure my unbiasedness when it comes to these lists, at number 9 is a skin that pains me to put her here. At number 9 is Pumpkin May. Now the reason why it pains me to put her on the list, but I understand why she's at number 1 is because, well, if you guys don't know, I love May. I love every single skin of her, but I know when it's not the greatest skin of all time. It's literally just a pumpkin face on her chest, on her gloves, a pin of a pumpkin, and Snowball's also a pumpkin itself too. But compared to these other ones, it is not top 5 caliber to most people's opinions. To me, I think it's a great skin. Why? Because it's a May skin, but I'm not blind here, okay, people, so I understand. So just to prove to you guys that I'm not biased, I'm putting May at number 9, even though she should be higher. But at number 8 is the first skin that got overshadowed, heavily overshadowed by some of these other skins that came with the Halloween event, and this is gonna be UNDEAD McCREE. So guarantee you, McCREE mains absolutely love this skin. It's the same exact syndrome that I fall under whenever May gets a new skin. I love May, you guys love McCREE, obviously you think this is a top 5 skin, and it's fantastic, but realize this, there are so many other great skins that came with this event that I had to put someone at number 8, and while this is at the bottom of the list, doesn't mean it's a bad skin. It's fantastic. I love the little, like, hype beast face mask that they gave him to represent a skull. They washed out his face and gave him green eyes. I also love the green glow to his armor or whatnot. What would you call it? His pipes? He literally has pipes in his chest. I just realized that. So, oh man, I'm gonna say this a lot for the bottom of the list. It gets overshadowed by the top 5 skins of this list. But claiming the number 7 spot on our list is going to be the first legendary skin from this batch, and so many DOOMFIST mains are going to get upset at me, but this is going to be Swamp Monster DOOMFIST. It's a very unique skin. It even has effects that I really do like too. If you guys don't know, in game when you're moving with Swamp Monster, there's a little water effect from his feet, as if he's stepping on a lagoon. Even if you're in like the desert portion of Hollywood, you can still see water splashing from his feet. So it's a very well-designed skin for DOOMFIST. Definitely unique. You wouldn't really come up with this kind of skin for DOOMFIST. I don't know, there's other ones that are better. Something that helps me cope with putting this skin so low on the list is deciding what DOOMFIST skin would I be rocking more, Swamp Monster or Formal DOOMFIST. And it's fairly close, but I think I'd be wearing Formal DOOMFIST more. It fits his character, and he looks so stunting, bruh. And Swamp Monster, he's literally a swamp monster. Why is he a swamp monster? I'm just wondering that. It works, kind of, but why? Why is he a swamp monster? You always have to have some sort of controversy with a top 10 list, and this is definitely gonna get DOOMFIST players mad because at number 6 is gonna be the last epic skin from this event, and this is gonna be WIDOWMAKER Spider. After almost 2.5 years, WIDOWMAKER, the sniper spider queen, finally received a freaking spider skin. She's looking like Spider-Woman out here, just a better version. And a lot thicker, bruh. I love the aesthetic of this skin. I love the overbearing web pattern that you see throughout it, on her helmet, on her gun, even her thighs, bruh. But I especially love the color palette they chose. It pays homage to her normal skin, which is heavily dominated between black and purple. And I love her eyes. That is the cherry on top, is that they also changed her eyes to have that purple-black gradient effect that you see throughout the skin. Again, it's a very simple skin, but a lot of Widowmaker players love it, and I love it. Even if you're not a Widowmaker player, I feel like you have to get the skin just because it's perfect for her. It's literally a spider skin that you can wear outside of Halloween. Even though it's meant for Halloween, you can wear it outside of it because she's the spider sniper. But now we're cracking into the top 5 of the list, so I don't want to hear nobody complaining, oh, you should have put it high on the list, because no, if you're in the top 5, that means it's a fantastic skin. And number 5 is the perfect example, because originally I had this lower, but I looked up what this creature was, and I played with the skin a little bit, and I'm gonna be honest, I fell in love with it. This is gonna be MOIRA BANSHEE. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. When I first saw the skin, I thought it was very bland. I thought it was great. I thought it was well executed. I guess I just didn't understand it. I knew it was some sort of ghost spirit creature, but I really didn't get it. And I knew Banshee was something that I didn't know, but I decided to actually look it up before I made this video. And this is this thing that really made me appreciate the skin even more. And people in Ireland are probably cringing, saying, oh, you don't know what a Banshee is? That's like saying you don't know who Jesus is? I know who Jesus is, okay? He works at Blizzard. But a Banshee is, and if I'm wrong, blame Google, because that's where I got it from, but it's an Irish legend that is a female spirit whose wailing warns of an impending death in a house. So basically, I wasn't too wrong. It was some sort of spirit, but it was an Irish proverb. And once I found that out, I knew I had to put it higher on the list, because Blizzard did their homework. They realized that there are different spirits or creatures outside the United States, and specifically in Ireland, so they decided to give the brand new hero, or semi-brand new hero, MOIRA, a ghost skin, and it's perfect, and I love it. She looks fantastic. I love her white hair. I love her glowing white eyes that she also has too. It's a very simple ghost-like skin, but nobody else can pull off what a Banshee looks like other than MOIRA, because of her body type. And also, she's from Ireland. But coming in next is a hero that received the Frankenstein Bride skin that I didn't think would be receiving it. In fact, I thought Zari would be receiving it, but I still love it either way enough to put it at number 4, and you already know what it is. It is Bride SOMBRA. So I'm gonna tell you a quick story about a little old bro you whack that is related to this skin. So something that you may or may not know about me is that I'm not the biggest fan of scary movies. I'm not really someone that gets anxiety a lot of the time, but when I watch a scary movie, I'm covering my face, my heart is pounding, I'm panicking. I don't want to be there. Okay, I don't want to watch the scary movie because I don't know what's gonna happen. But for some reason, I thought it was a great idea to take a class where literally we would just watch scary movies. And one day we had to watch this scary movie called Frankenstein's Bride. It wasn't all that scary because it was made decades ago and they didn't know anything about jump scares, which I'm so glad they didn't. It was a good movie, but that's where the skin is inspired from, in case you didn't know. A movie that I actually did watch from a class that I didn't like. I passed. I didn't like it though. The reason why I tell you that story is because just by me seeing that movie, knowing where the skin was inspired from, made me appreciate this skin even more. It's similar like the Banshee MOIRA skin, because this is literally an American creature that was seen in a horror movie and inspired an Overwatch skin from a movie that I actually seen, and she looks fantastic. Now, I was just surprised that Summer received the Frankenstein Bride skin when I thought Zarya would have received it. Why? Well, again, it's the bride to the Frankenstein monster, which was Roadhog skin back in 2016. So you have this big, giant, pig-like creature, and then you have this skinny Latina hero that is the bride to this big, giant hero. I think you know where I'm getting at. It doesn't work. Hopefully you catch my drift. She looks amazing. I'm glad she received the skin. I love Sombra. I love all of her skins. I'm gonna move on before I get demonetized. Now we're at the top 3 of the best 2018 Halloween skins. So the number 3 skin is for a hero that gets no love in my top 5 series, is a hero that gets no love in the skin department and is fairly boring from most people's perspective. But This is probably his best skin of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, at number 3, it is gonna be Slasher76. Once again, this is another skin that could have been number 1, but because it came with a bunch of other fire Halloween skins, I had to put it somewhere, and I think the top 3 is the perfect spot because, man, this is a perfect Halloween skin because it's obviously inspired from the slasher genre, more specifically, the Jason genre. If you guys don't know what Friday the 13th is or Jason, it's more or less a gore porn series. It's not scary by all means. It's just literally Jason killing a bunch of people. He's slashing people, and that's what you see in this skin. It's clearly inspired from that kind of genre. This skin has everything that you would want from a slasher character, from a slasher genre. The inspired Jason mask with the crazy white hair. I love the glowing effect that they have with his eyes. That was a nice little touch. And then obviously that big leather jacket with the spikes and then the slash marks. But the thing that tops the skin off and that puts it at number 3 is another attention to detail and another addition to the skin is his gun. It's a freaking chainsaw, bruh. Now, while Jason might not have a well, I haven't seen a lot of Friday the 13th movie to really say that he doesn't have a chainsaw, but I know Leatherface does. He has a chainsaw, and he's similar like Jason because he's that slasher character from Chainsaw Massacre, but a chainsaw gun? With the most boring hero of all time? Perfect addition to the skin, bruh. Whoever the design team is at Blizzard, I want to give a round of applause because all these skins are fantastic, but especially the attention to details, which is definitely seen with the slasher skin, I love. They added a furnace effect to the Jason mask. They easily could have just given him a mask, but they added a glowing orange effect. They brought him a chainsaw lancer-like gun from Gears of War. I think it's a lancer. I never played Gears of War a lot either, but either way, there's so many different aspects from horror genres implemented into all these skins and definitely shown in this Slasher76 skin. It's something you have to appreciate, and I definitely appreciate it. But now we're at the second best Halloween skin, but it was really around SOMBRA and Slasher76 when I really debated, okay, what really is number 1, and that was the difficult part. But I decided at number 2, it is going to be none other than the cutest hero of all time besides May, Jack-o'-lantern Hammond. I love everything, and I mean everything about this skin. Now, this was an idea that I didn't want to say I came up with because it's such a simple concept. It's such an obvious concept because you have this brand new hamster hero with this circular object, and Halloween is coming up. What are you gonna make the freaking ball? A pumpkin with a face on it. Why wouldn't you? Now, what you make Hammond, that's up to the design team, but we all knew something was coming to Hammond, and it was kind of obvious that it was gonna be a pumpkin, but I didn't know what it was gonna look like. I was literally just hoping for a face carved into the ball, similar like how May had that face on her chest. I was just expecting that face on the pumpkin, but they went above and beyond and decided to make it really work with the transformation with the ball, because when you're actually in the ball form, it's just a normal round pumpkin, but when you transform into turret mode or attack mode or whatnot, it has the face right there because it extends out. So not only did they get the design portion of the skin correct, but they also made it work with the functionality of the base hero, which I'm sure is very hard to do, but I really appreciate the effort that they took when designing this skin. It's beautiful. One of the best event skins that Hammond is probably ever gonna get. The Scarecrow portion where he's actually the Scarecrow is cute too. I love the loading screen where he's nibbling on the little pumpkin. It's the cutest. It's the cutest Halloween skin of all time, okay? If this was the top cutest skins, this would be at number 1. But it's not. Because at number 1, you knew it was coming. You knew it was top 3, possibly top 2, or maybe you knew it was at number 1. This is gonna be Enchanted Armor PHARAH. I could end the video, and I think you would all agree with me that this is one of the best skins, if not the best skin. But I'm gonna explain myself. With recent legendary skins, with the exception of obviously the Halloween batch, I feel like the legendary category has been a bit lackluster. They haven't been transforming the heroes to look like something completely different. And that's the opposite of Enchanted Armor. They got rid of PHARAH altogether. It's just armor. This is perfect. This is something that, again, it seems so simple. You would imagine coming up with it, but you don't really think it would work. You draw it out on paper and you think this wouldn't work out, but in execution, oh my god. Oh my god. This is definitely the most unique skin of all time, and I think I might do a top 5 most unique skins in Overwatch and be expecting this skin somewhere because again, it's not even a skin, it's just armor, but you know it's fair, and I think that's what makes a legendary skin so special to a lot of people, is that you can look at the skin, know what hero it is, but realize, wow, that is completely different than the normal base skin. Because a lot of the PHARAH skins, yeah, they're great, but they're not really straying away from that basic design. This is completely different, and it works. I am so surprised it works, because a lot of people were wondering, well, her floating head, how is it gonna work in game? But I mean, hey, it's just a floating head, and it worked. PHARAH mains, obviously, you love this skin. I love this skin. I feel like a lot of people that don't even play Overwatch will love this skin because they love the concept of it. Yep, Enchanted Armor is #1. But let me know what your favorite skin is from this Halloween event. This was a long video, but I had to talk about a lot of skins that are honestly going to be unforgettable. This is going to be a classic event. Day one, I knew that this was the best event when it comes to skins, and it still will be for years to come, because they really took their time and love and passion when it comes to skin designs and implemented it into this Halloween event. So anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come. And bye.